nation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard.
Welcome to this segment. Again, I want to say to the folks on Facebook and YouTube, please share the live. Share the live so your friends, your colleagues can get that opportunity to be a part of the conversation. The dynamic hour is really that time when we converse using radio and social media, and we can be heard every time during the morning once the program is on Vibes 101.3 FM and 106.3 FM here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and out there in New York on 106.3 FM, Wild 106.3 FM. Also, we are on Facebook on Grenada Transformation Agenda. That's the Facebook page name, the name of the Facebook page, Grenada Transformation Agenda. We are on YouTube. We have a channel there, Vision Information Services. So there are many different platforms you can listen to the program or view the program from. Also, TuneIn Radio. TuneIn Radio is really where all the local radio stations are. You can find us there too. I want to start off by saying to you, do not panic. There's no need to panic and to go spending all your money on stuff in the supermarkets, panic shopping and so on. No need for that. We just have to prepare always for any eventuality. But let me give you an update on Brett.
In the tropics, very busy. Brett becoming a little better organized. See how the thunderstorms are trying to wrap around the center? Okay, that's one thing meteorologists look at. But again, as this moves off to the west, the news is good for our friends in the islands, Barbados, St. Lucia, Guadeloupe, because there's a lot of dry air ahead of this system. There's a lot of wind shear, and these systems don't mix well with that. So it will continue to slowly weaken. In fact, by Sunday, as it gets in the Caribbean, just a post-tropical storm maybe. Okay, so that's some great news. So luckily this is happening, and it's the 21st day of hurricane season. It's still a little early for these systems to really rev up this time of year, but if this were August and September, it would be maybe a different story. So counting our blessings in the tropics, and another reminder to stay prepared.
No, oh boy. I actually forgot to bring up that audio there. So the knob. So I have to call my good friend Kim the King to reconnect us on the radio.
Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah, so much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show.
Right, so we are back on the radio. And to those who on Facebook don't know what's going down, normally if the audio is off or if no voice, nobody talking, no music playing, and that knob is not adjusted, then within a couple of seconds, I will be off the grid. That's on the radio. So you will hear me on Facebook and on YouTube. That's no problem. That will not be cut off, right? Or disconnected. I have to disconnect it. I have to disconnect Facebook or YouTube if the program ends. But on radio, the minute time there's no audio, it will be disconnected from the grid. So just saying that, right? Yeah. So I was saying there is no need for panic shopping and buying and so on. Be prepared, do what you have to do. In fact, we may not be directly impacted by Brett. Yes, you might get a little rain, that's kind of normal, but nothing severe, nothing serious. But still, you have to be always prepared because you never know what could happen. All right. But the good thing about hurricanes, you get advance notice, advance warning. All right. Because of the technology and everything else. It's not like earthquakes and tsunamis and so on. You get advance notice with hurricanes and storms and depressions and that kind of stuff. So please be prepared, do what you have to do to make sure that you and your family are safe and your neighborhood. Help other people if you can. I want to say to all of us, the NNP is losing the debate. They do not control the narrative in the country. And it's only one set of people complaining on behalf of the NNP. If you don't know, let me tell you, I listen to nearly all podcasts, all talk radio programs in Grenada. I listen to all those NNP programs too. I don't want you to do it because I think you doing it will cause you to be very, very depressed and frustrated. All right? So it's not for you to do. I'm the host of the program. of this program, and I am in this business, so it's my role to do it. But for you, you should not. Keep positive, remain focused. If you start listening to all these NNP programs, you would wonder if you're in Grenada or whether or not what you're actually seeing, whether it's true. So you don't have to listen to them at all. But I would, and I will analyze and let you know what's going down from time to time. But they are losing the battle. The same set of people who call the Plead Your Cause program on WeFM, pushing the NNP, or complaining or grinding or groaning, the same set of people who would call KB and Carl Caton on that program up north. And you know what that program does. They push a certain agenda. It's the same set of people who will call Sheldon Scott, that big old tomcat. Same set of people. All right? The same set of people would call the To The Point program too on GBN. All right? And the same cadre of callers for the NNP. They would call these programs and say pretty much the same thing, pushing the same kind of, but they're very few. So they complain, they grind, they groan, but they're not the majority and they're not even the minority. They are very, very few. They're so little bit, so to speak, you cannot even recognize them. So while the greater population is happy with the performance of the NDC administration, of this government, you have this small group of people who support the NNP who will call every single day. Once there is a program and they tolerate them, they're going to call and complain. But it's the same set of people. And I can, one day I can actually take some of the callers, just a little piece of the callers from the WeFM program because I record that program, right? And I can get the same recording for Kennedy and Carl Caton's program up north with the same callers calling and say pretty much the same thing. And I can do the same thing for Sheldon Scott, that program that he's on, same thing. The To The Point program, same thing. So I can get the same voice, the same people calling for all those programs, comparing them, telling you, this is that person, same person, same person, same person. So it's a very small group. So it's not the greater population. So when you listen to certain programs and you hear these people, you need to start recognizing their voices. You need to know them. The minute time they start speaking, you need to identify them and say, okay, well, that's the same person who complained on the Plead Your Cause program, who, pushing an NNP agenda, the same who complained by KB and Carl Caton, the same who complained on Sheldon Scott, the same who complained on GT. To the point, right? You need to start identifying them because sometimes they can fool you. If you don't know, they can fool you to believe that what they're saying is true or what they're complaining about is what the greater population is concerned about. They could easily fool you if you don't know. And then you run with it and you're concerned. But for me, I'm not moved. I am not moved with those NNP supporters complaining, grinding, and groaning. I'm not moved because they're not the majority. So while they complain about this person losing their job or victimization, the people who they're complaining about, they don't exist. They don't exist because these people are not calling programs and complain or say anything about losing any job, right? They're not. And this problem, that problem, the people who they're complaining about and think they're speaking on behalf of, they don't complain. They don't exist, right? So I am saying to you, you have to reach to that place where, one, you know their voices, those who are calling every day on different programs. And two, you must establish in your mind that they are NNP and that they're not speaking on behalf of the Grenadian people. They're very few, and the Grenadian people generally approve of this administration. So do not be fooled into believing that plenty people are angry or concerned about this or concerned about that. No. No. In fact, when they call those programs, I just laugh. When I listen to the many programs that the NNP pundits are on, I would sit and laugh. I would even, drink some coffee and laugh. I kicks on it. When they call and grind and groan and bawl and cry, and I drink a glass of wine and I just laugh. And that is what I want you to start to do. Laugh. Because they're insignificant in the scheme of things. They cannot move anything. They cannot change anything. They don't have what it takes. I told you that in the lead up to the last general election. Because some people were concerned that they listen to that program, you hear these people crying, bawling, groaning, complaining. You listen to the next program, screaming aloud, right? And it continued, and people were somewhat concerned. And then I started saying there is no need to be concerned because, one, those programs that they are on are not very popular, and two, they're speaking to the converted. They're speaking to the converted. They're not changing any minds or changing any form of support. And three is the same set of people calling on all the different programs. It just doesn't make any biggie, any difference. So again, the NNP, they're losing the narrative. They're losing control of nearly everything. One thing I must give Kennedy Bulldall credit for, he has a little political sense to say to a particular caller, the NDC people are united. The NDC supporters are united and focused, and that they're not moved, right? Things are happening. Use words to that effect. And we must continue on that path. See, like today, our Prime Minister, the most honorable, Deacon Mitchell, will be addressing the nation today at the Radisson Crown Ballroom at 7 in the p.m. What we need to do is to prepare ourselves to go on social media, even during his presentation, defend it, promote it, talk highly about it. We have to become that type of people, right? And even before the speech, we need to start putting the positive stuff out there, right? Because politics, if you don't know, is perception. Politics is about, perception, what you perceive it is. So, for example, if you go on social media, many people who go there, they go for the comments and they go for, what you post and stuff, to read it. But if they realize that the trend is very positive towards the NDC, then their perception, right, that would shape their thinking and their perception. So we, the social media advocates and defenders and warriors, as I would say, right, you have your job cut out for you as we move forward. We need to defend the NDC, defend and promote the NDC, defend the government, and promote the government throughout, consistently so. So when the Prime Minister finishes his address, when you go on social media, it should be plastered with all the good stuff, left, right, and center. And we have to start doing that, right? We have to defend everywhere we go, shops, bars, on the roadside, on a bus, everywhere. That is what we have to become. And that is what I am working extremely hard on, getting you to that place where you're deep. You believe in this transformation agenda so much that you are willing to work extremely hard to protect it and to safeguard it. That is why I say to you, wherever the Prime Minister goes, we need to be there in record numbers. Don't matter you go to Carriacou, Petit Martinique, anywhere in Grenada, we need to be there to support him and to stand by his side with his team. We need to defend our party, promote our party, defend our government, and promote our government, cost it what it will. In other words, you don't want to hear anything bad about your government and about your party. And you're not going to go there and talk anything bad about your government and your party. We have to change the mindset of our people, our supporters, right? You would not be happy with everything. But if you're a genuine supporter, and if you are a student of Kem Jones in this class, you would understand that you have to be out there defending and promoting the transformation agenda, cost it what it may. Everywhere you go, in TAMCC, in the secondary schools, wherever you go, you have to start inculcating certain things in our people, right? That is what you have to become. A person, a family, a team, a group who would go the extra mile to make sure that this transformation agenda succeed. We have to work towards that. So again, you must know the NNP is losing big time. The NNP is chaos, confusion, infighting, real problems in the NNP. The NNP is a wreck, a mess. But what we must do is to ensure that we team up, that we work in tandem to defend our party, always promote our party, always defend our government, always promote our government, always, no matter where. Social media, that is where everything is fought. That is where people view and follow. They go on Facebook, they go on Instagram, they go on IG, they go on TikTok, they go on YouTube. It's social media, WhatsApp. What we need to do is to become that people, that supporter who would defend, who would put stuff up to make your party look good, to talk about the good things, the positive stuff. That is very, very important. And that is what I am working on. That's the project I am on. The project I am on from the time we win the election is to get our supporters, to get the people, right? The 30,000 people to that place where, one, they believe, two, they're out there defending and promoting the NDC, and they're out there defending and promoting the NDC administration, the government. And thirdly, making sure that wherever the Prime Minister goes and whatever he does, that we are there to stand with him and to promote what he does and to defend what he's doing. That is why, if you follow my program keenly, for those who are astute, who are very observant, I have been highlighting, showcasing our Prime Minister far more than any of the other ministers, consistently so. And that is not by accident. That is not by accident. The NNP called him Baby Jesus. Okay. Thank you very much for the good, positive, the positive name. Bravo. You call him so? So if you observe what I have been doing, you will realize we need to promote every single thing that he does. We need to support him. We need to defend him. The minute time somebody open their mouth and start to talk about him negatively, we need to stand firm and defend him, cost it what it may. That is where we need to be. Defending him at all costs with all the resources that we have, and making sure that everything that he does is successful. And we must promote it And when those NNP supporters talking negative about our prime minister or about the ministers or about the NDC, just ignore them. You don't want to hear. Reach to that place where I just don't want to hear what the NNP have to say. I don't want to hear all you, right? Say what you want. That's your business. I'm in the business of talk radio, so I kind of following what was going down. But really and truly, I tune out. You need to reach to that place where you just don't want to hear. You don't want to hear the mosquito, right? This kind of mosquito, just the name alone says it all. What mosquito man? You don't want to hear the Jenny Simon, right? You don't want to hear the Sheldon Scott. You don't want to hear the KB and the Carl Caton. You don't want to hear the plead your cause rubbish. You just don't want to hear. And all those folks online, like for example, there are some of those people who just bitter, they sour, they were badly beaten and they just can't get over it. So they post stuff, always complaining and critical, right, about the government. And people would send those things to me because I block these people. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know what they're discussing. But people would send it to me and then I say to them, hold, you have time to waste. You don't need to even read what they post. You don't need to follow what they post. That is very important. Very important, because we are in a different dispensation, a different time. We want Grenada to move forward. We want to develop our communities and our homes and our country. We are not interested in the negative stuff. I give you a typical example. The NNP for weeks complained about the Pearl Simon Bridge over and over. Every time you listen to them, they complain about the Pearl Simon Bridge. Okay. Now the bridge is being repaired. You ain't hearing them say a word. They're not even letting the people who they were complaining, who are listening to them complain. They're not even letting them know that the bridge itself is now being worked on, being fixed. They're not doing that. Because it is not in their interest to do so. Because them coming out and commend the government, applaud the government for fixing the bridge will make the NDC look good, will give the NDC, a boost, thumbs up, kudos, right? They know that. Don't think they know it. So they complain for weeks, but the bridge is being fixed. Now, you ain't hearing them? No, and don't expect to hear them. That bridge will fix, and they will not even come back and tell you that it's fixed. They will not. That's how the NNP operates. And that is why I'm saying to you, ignore them, let them bawl, let them cry, let them scream. So what? So what? Let them do it. Those, the handful of them, they do not represent the majority of Grenada. Grenadians are happy with the NDC, happy with the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, our prime minister, and the team. So you have to understand the game that they play over and over. They come in the media, they come on radio and so on, and they complain, they grind, they groan, they talk rubbish over and over and over with the hope that it will catch on because they want to appeal to their base. But what we need to do is to reach to that place where what they say and what they say, it's equal. It means nothing. When they complaining and grinding and groaning, I tell you, I just laugh. I drinking coffee. I sipping coffee. And drinking wine, having a glass of wine and laughing. When I listen to the Plead Your Cause time to time, and I don't want you to listen to those programs. Let me do it, and I'll analyze it for you and tell you certain things. Because you have to tune out. For me, it's a laugh. It's a kicks. We have to become so disciplined that what they say don't matter. It's about Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And if you don't share, if you don't like, if you don't follow, if you don't comment under their posts and talk about their rubbish, they become useless. They don't exist. In fact, I was into a friend, Jenny. She has a program. I have not once have I seen that program pop up or even follow such a program. Not once. Right? That is how disciplined you have to become. The mosquito man. I get big on and I spray that piece of thing already. I just spray it, pop, spray it with bop. I bop it out. I don't listen to that rubbish. The guys on Grammatic. I mean, you talk about dunce. Oh God. Come on, I would listen to that. No. We have to reach to that place where they exist in a world for themselves. Right? I'm saying to you, you have to develop that level of maturity and discipline. You can't listen to them, or else they would cause you to think all kind of rubbish. But I'm happy that they are losing the debate. They do not control the narrative anymore. They're trying hard, but they just can't because the NDC is doing so much within a short space of time. They have done so much that the NNP could hardly catch themselves. But again, I'm saying to the social media folks, we have a role to play, and a significant role indeed. A serious role, an important role to play. We on social media, on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, we have a role to play. And that is to promote our party, to defend our party, to promote our government, to defend our government. And we must do so wholeheartedly. The minute time they open their mouth, we must be able to defend, respectfully so, right? And in many instances, just tune out. You don't know if they exist. You don't know what they say, and you don't care what they say, right? In other words, if they come and they tell you X, Y, and Z, still, you should not even believe. Don't even believe what they're telling you. The NNP don't exist in reality, and all those bunch of jokers. Because I will deal with them on the program here, right? And I'll tell you the angle in which we're going to deal with them. So I'm saying to you folks, we have a role to play in this democracy. And we have to become that type of people. You could imagine if 30, 40,000 of us here in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Matnik and those in the diaspora, band together to get or to make sure that the transformation agenda is realized, that the NDC succeeds, that this young team make it. Once we do that, we're untouchable. They can't touch us. They won't be able to defeat us. Never. So we have to reach to that place. Right? Very, very important. And it requires discipline. It requires being mature. It requires that. So wherever the Prime Minister goes, our Prime Minister, we must be there. As long as it's an event where, the public and people have to be there, we have to be there to support him and make sure that it's successful. Every single thing. Could be a walkabout, could be sports, it could be anything. We have to be there. We have to develop that kind of attitude. All right? I want to say to you, the bingo is on, Sunday, the big bingo at the National Stadium. And tickets, you can actually get a ticket or tickets at Ricky's Bar in St. George's. Where I am normally at, in St. George's there, that bar. You can actually get tickets there now, from today. $60 a one, and two is $100. So you can buy your 2 tickets and be there at the stadium.
Sunday, June 25th. It's another first from the NDC. The National Democratic Congress 1-year celebration, and we're doing it for you, the people. It's a $150,000 bingo.
Oh my God.
That is for them yellow people and them. It's for every citizen, any religion, any class. Sunday, June 25th at the National Stadium from 5 p.m. Tickets $60 for one, $100 for two. Feature addresses, entertainment from Solid the Band and top local acts. Come play bingo with your Prime Minister and MPs. NDC 1 year celebration bingo. Sunday, June 25th at the National Stadium. $150,000 in cash and prizes. And remember, this money has no color.
Right. So remember the bingo, 5 p.m., National Stadium. We will have a nice time. Entertainment, drinks, bingo. Please be there. So you can get tickets. You can get tickets by Ricky, in St. George's there, Hillsborough Street, where I'm normally liming or hanging. You can also get tickets online. All right? Online, you can also play online, buy tickets online. Don't forget the New York chapter of the NDC. They have a watch party or a event where you can actually sit and celebrate with them, play bingo, buy some drinks, eat some food, and so on. So they're asking you to join them on the 25th Sunday coming with your bingo ticket and so on, and you can play bingo, it's online. So you can do that. Scan the bingo QR code to purchase the tickets. All right, so come and play bingo and have fun. Delicious food, cold drinks on sale. Bingo from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Nutmeg House, Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, 1122. Let me get it right. Let me give you the real address here. So it's the Nutmeg House, 1215 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, 11226. All right. It's not hard to find that kind of location. Call 347-432-6963 or 973-462-0596 or 414-309-0, right? 309-0826. All right. So go there and support that. The New York chapter of the NDC, they also have a party on the 23rd. That's Friday coming. 23rd from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Food free, drinks on sale, music by a popular DJ. Let's celebrate together at Kim's Place, 517 East 85th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11236. And you call the same numbers to be a part of that. All right? So go there and be a part of that out there in New York. So quite a bit is happening when it comes to the New York chapter of the NDC. I want to encourage you to be a part of that. My good friend Pastor Davis John Derry forgot to announce that healing is here at his church at the Cornerstone Ministries at Cherry Hill, St. George, starting at 1 p.m. tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. His number is 40447. So 4047447. That's Pastor Davis John. You could give him a buzz if you want to be a part of that. Come out and learn to heal. All right, heal the sick, and also to pray for the sick and for you to be healed. All right, from sicknesses and so on. So again, healing is here 1 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, at the Cornerstone Ministries, Cherry Hill, St. George. All right. So the address, remember the address is today, later on today at 7 p.m. I will carry that address live at all the stations. The radio stations should do the same, and TV stations.
This is a public service announcement from the National Democratic Congress. The national address by Prime Minister, the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, which was guided for the Grenada Trade Center, will now be held at the Radisson Conference Center on Wednesday, June 21st in Grand Dance from 7 p.m. Reporting on a year of transformational progress. Please join us in person or online on GIS Channels 22, also Facebook and YouTube.
So we moving forward. Forward, move the country forward.
Right. So again, don't forget that it's today. And then tomorrow, there will be a town hall meeting at the Grenville Secondary School, the GSS, starting at 7 p.m. Up there. And then on Friday, the day of prayer and candlelight vigil at the Las Vegas Plainfield. And then Sunday, the big bingo. And we want you to be a part of all the activities, all the events. It is so important that we do that. Come out in your numbers, organize and come out in your numbers to be a part of that. Then our Prime Minister goes to Toronto on the 1st of July.
Hello, Grenadians in Canada and friends of Grenadians in Canada. This is a special invitation from me, Prime Minister of Grenada, inviting you to join me on the 1st of July 2023 at Bellevue Manor for a special evening, a grand gala. Accompanying me will be the Honorable Joseph Andal, MP for St. Patrick West and Minister for Foreign Affairs. The gala is an aim of raising funds to assist us in building a resource center in Grenada. The Resource Center will be a hub for community activities, for training, for meeting, greeting, and for conventions. So, we invite all of you to come out and join us. Your donation to this event is only $250, and space is limited, so we really do invite you to get your tickets early. I look forward to meeting, greeting, and sharing a meal with all of you as we look to move Grenada forward. I look forward to seeing you on the 1st of July.
All right, bravo. Again, just saying, we have a lot of activities during this week, and I want to encourage you to support all the activities. You can get bingo tickets at Ricky's Bar on Hillsborough Street. So you have Hanky's Computer Store on the hill there. You walk down that street, that's Hillsborough Street, and that's the only bar on that street. The market is on the other side. Then if you go a little lower down Cashways, there, Foodland right there, it's not hard to find. You can get bingo tickets there today, as of today. Buy your bingo tickets in advance and come out in your numbers at the stadium. We look forward to seeing you and having you there. Please, I urge you, do that because, can't miss that. You cannot afford to miss it. Let's mobilize, let's organize, and let's go out there in our numbers on Sunday. Because remember, this is a fundraiser because we want to build our headquarters, our resource center. We need a lot of people to come out, and it's $150,000 bingo. So I want to encourage you, organize your bus, organize your friends, your colleagues, and let's go there and be a part of that. We could do it. We could do it. Let's mobilize, let's organize. All right? Very important indeed. Don't forget my activity. My activity is on the 3rd of August. 3rd of August, you need to start buying up your tickets. You can get tickets at Ricky's Bar for my activity too. You can also get tickets online, ridebuy.com, RYDEBUY.com. All right? Please buy the ticket to support the event. I want to congratulate my good friend and brother, Kim the King, or Kimberly Mills, on his appointment as a member of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, for his services or for his service to culture. He has been out there working his tail out for many, many years to promote the culture in Carrick on Petit Martinique. But, under NNP, he would never be awarded that. But a government who's in power, who understands that no matter if you're NNP or NDC, and you contribute to culture or nation building, you should be recognized. So, Kim, kudos to you. Thumbs up, my brother. All right, so folks, we come to the end of the program for this morning. I want to thank you very much. I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. Peace and love. I'll be back with you tonight in the hub.